Welcome to the Tuckcast with a splash of bourbon presented by Tuckasegee Fly Shop and Guide Service. Tuckasegee Fly Shop and Guide Service has 3 convenient locations to serve you. 3 Depot Street, Bryson City, North Carolina, 530 West Main Street, Sylva, North Carolina, and our newest store located at 110 Depot Street, Waynesville, North Carolina. Tuckasegee Fly Shop and Guide Service is your number one stop prior and after your epic fly fishing adventure in western North Carolina. Tuckasegee Fly Shop and Guide Service proudly carries industry-leading brands such as Sims, Orvis, Corkers, Sage, Rio, Scientific Anglers, Hatch, Nautilus, Lamson, Fish Ponds, Scott Fly Rods, Echo, Umpqua, Hairline, Nature Spirit Peak, Norvice, plus a large selection of flies and streamers. Check out www.tuckflyshop.com for stream flow information. Book a lesson or guided trip, or even shop for your favorite Tuckasegee Fly Shop gear. Follow the crew on Facebook at Tuckasegee Fly Shop, Instagram at Tuck Fly Shop, and on YouTube at Tuckasegee Fly Shop. Here in our Sylva shop today, we have Bobby, the bearded wonder Bennett. That's Bennett, not Bennett. Coach Dale Diesel Collins, and I'm your host, Shannon, Big Mess Messer.
You missed a brand.
We got to add Semperfly to the list, which wasn't on there.
No.
Who does?
Mars. Paydays.
Oh, yeah, every Friday.
You missed it. You got every brand on there, but paydays.
Paydays every Friday, baby. It's called a stay-on bonus.
And then
That's
we
when
also
you work,
have
you get paid.
Cake by Anna.
Cake by Anna.
Thanks, Anna.
Semperfly.
I don't know what cake this is, but it's good.
Semperfly.
This feels weird.
I wanted to say Umka when they ship it.
I had 2 people call today. When y'all recording again?
Yeah, we're sorry, folks. It's been quite a while. We apologize for that. I've been hit up a few times on the gram, and I think I've lied because I thought we were recording, and I got stood up.
You did get stood up. I apologize.
I got stood up.
I sat here last week for an hour, and nobody showed up.
You did not.
I had the headphones on. Like, where is everybody?
I was sitting right here, and I'm like, I knew. I'm like,
a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
me and Shannon were going to record. Dale, I think, had a soccer thing going on with the kids, and we had said, "Hey, yeah, tonight we're going to do it." And my parents were in town. They called and said, "Hey, what do you want for dinner?" Mom was cooking, and man, I drove straight to the house. Didn't even think about this.
And last week, Bobby and I were going to record because you couldn't for obvious reasons. And man, we had something go crazy with our AC unit in Bryson City, so
that happened.
It was
sometimes.
just like we were drained. And so Bobby and I just went home. We completely forgot. We left you sitting here by yourself.
It happens.
It does.
That's what Forrest Gump said. It happens.
Yep.
A lot of things have happened. A lot of happenings.
Man, the last month has been awesome. We've done everything.
It has been.
Montana.
Wonder how many miles we collectively traveled between the 3 of us.
Quite a bit.
I want to Google.
Is it 20? I think it's 2,700 miles between here and Bozeman.
Not for sure.
I'm pretty sure. Times what, 6?
There and back, 3 times.
I did it actually twice.
Yeah, you did.
I did it twice.
Twice in August.
I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So there and back a lot.
And then you think about your driving as well, your seat time, windshield time. Yeah, we cover some distance.
Does it?
Yes.
You know what else is happening? It's October.
Yeah.
And I was reminded of that.
That it was October?
Last night, watching the Red Sox and the Yankees in October. There's nothing like it.
You know how I was reminded? I was laying in my bed with all the lights off with my iPad on. You know what landed on my screen? An October caddis.
There you go. There you go.
Somehow it gotten in the house.
So that was a one. That was a
wild card, one and done.
Who won?
The Red Sox. Okay. That their Yankees ace got shelled.
It happens.
Yeah,
that's the theme for the evening. It happens.
Well, for $3 million, it better not.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
But it did.
I think the Braves start Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that the Braves have a worse record than the Dodgers and the Cardinals, but the Braves aren't in the wild card.
It's because they
won their division.
They won the division.
Yeah. Guys just got to win the division.
The Phillies came in second, and they're at home.
Right.
That's been the last 20 years.
But you look at the
division of the NFL.
Well, you look at the NFL. Well, the NL West
the Nationals have been.
No, I'm talking about football. I'm like the Redskins, the Cowboys, the Eagles, or the Giants, and one of them doesn't belong there.
Yeah, that's right. The NL West was like 200 game winners in the NL West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Did you know that
Padres had a better record and didn't make it.
the NFC East is the only
I saw this.
division
I saw
that
this
is
stat.
one. Every team has won a Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was a fun. That's your
a
fun
fun-
That
That's a
popped
fun
out the other
fact.
day. Yeah.
That's
Sure
actually
did.
pretty interesting.
Yep.
factoid of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I never
Yeah.
realized that.
That's right. I don't want to jinx my Cowboys,
I guess
but
I have
they're
to cite
3-1.
Collinsworth on that. Maybe I don't know. Who
Oh, was he the one that?
It was one of those announcements.
No, they threw it up. It was
Is it
it
like
was
a-
actual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
The boys are 3-1. The Cardinals are 4-0.
Hey,
Man,
Dallas tried to give that game away to the Panthers. They benched that corner, and the Panthers started lighting that back up.
Well, as you know, Mike, I saw the first half and then everything.
and
with
we're
the pod on the
we're
internet.
going to talk a little bit of football, then we'll get to the goods.
but,
just to let y'all know.
But there was a call in the first half, and I'm a
Mhm.
Cowboys fan, and I like Carolina too. But Schultz fumbled the ball, and it wasn't reviewable.
Yeah.
because they said Ford. It was a fumble before he. Yeah, so you look,
Yeah.
and they scored a TD on that, but
I didn't see the first half.
Yeah.
I sent you that text. I said it looks like the Panthers didn't even come out at halftime because they let them score. It was 14-13 when.
Yeah,
started the
halftime
third quarter.
14-13, and when it started is when my everything just went to pot. I couldn't watch nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this, and I'm a Washington fan, so I can say this about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
With a smile on my face.
Yes.
It is amazing how many Facebook posts get put up about the Cowboys after they win a game, and that tells you how bad they've been.
That's-
Because it's like they want to rub it in everybody's face that they won a game.
And I put up
Just like-
0.
Gosh.
I do 0.
Yeah. I hate
yeah.
your internet wasn't working, so you can actually see them win finally.
I've seen them win some this year. Yes. All right. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. All right.
man.
Okay. All right. It's good to be back. Norvice Demo Day coming up next Saturday.
October 16th. Is that next Saturday?
Yes.
October
Yeah.
16th. Jiminy
It's
Crickets.
in Waynesville. It's going to be in Waynesville this year.
Mhm.
That is
New locale.
110 Depot Street, Waynesville, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yep.
There will be a new product reveal, and I have no clue what it is. So I will see it just like
Yes, you do.
I actually do not.
Dale
I do.
knows. How
Uh,
do you not know?
I have no clue what it is.
I know what it is because Dale told me.
I told Marvin on the podcast last night.
Like on the podcast.
Spilled the beans.
Did you?
Maybe.
You got to go listen.
Got to
to it.
listen to find out.
Oh my heavens. Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah. So
It's
that's
the same
happening.
day as the Apple Festival. So bring the family. Tell them to go.
That's right.
Look at apples, and you can hang out in the shop.
The weather looks good. So yeah.
Shannon really likes applesauce tips. So if you want to do something nice for Shannon, bring him some applesauce because it is soft.
Well, that was gallbladder, Tom. I'm beyond that.
I don't know. Now you need to eat
You're-
soft
you're-
food still. You
I'm
said.
more about like the apple turnover.
When you told me that
or-
you make me a potted meat sandwich yesterday.
I did.
Macaroni and cheese for dinner.
Mac and cheese, baby.
It's like that
like-
toothless.
We're working with Grandpa here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. It's better each day. But,
Oh.
it actually wasn't that bad. It could be worse, but
Yeah.
so far so good.
So full disclosure.
Yeah.
Still haven't tied a fly since I got that recliner.
Mm. But you did put up a post of your tying station.
You like that, did you?
So that tying stations look like that since you got your recliner.
No.
That's what
So,
I just took from that.
so the
Yeah.
we actually went to Scallywags up there, the consignment
right.
shop, and found that desk. It's a wonderful desk.
Yep. Mhm.
And like a couple $100. Like it's been refinished. Like it's counter heights. That's cool. Got some great drawers on it and beautiful job on the deck there. But yeah, it's a great place. I was getting fussed at for all the bourbon stacking up.
Mm.
So that works out well. But good place to keep the Reese's. I don't think the kids know the Reese's are in there yet. So I'm sure they'll find out. But
They'll know.
somebody's, I think it was Norvice said, we know where Dale's priorities are. It was booze and Reese's.
Yep. hmm
So,
Your pairing. Very nice.
Good stuff.
but I'm just getting cleaned back up so I can
Okay.
sit down and get back at it.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah. Well,
'cause,
good.
getting that room reorganized.
All right. Well, good.
But
Well, it's
look-
that time,
looking-
man.
Looking forward to having Tim and the crew up here.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Braden's coming.
Braden's coming.
Braden Miller.
Tim turns the big 5-0.
Mm.
This is his year for the big 5-0. Yeah.
Big
He can get the
5-0.
Lifetime Sportsman's. Y'all hear about this?
Mm-hmm.
NC Wildlife now offering a Lifetime Sportsman's for ages 50 to 68.
You got to be a resident though.
Right, got to be a resident. That's
yeah.
right.
350 some bucks.
Yeah, but that's worth it.
Should be. When you read the letter, it says we expect it to be in effect by October 20 something.
Yeah.
Did you see how the?
Yeah.
But we will let you know in Alvin.
That's when their software people get in touch with the network people.
Yes.
And the network people talk to the software people, and it happens.
Yeah, still a great deal. As if you're spending $50 some bucks for a
Sportsman
$55 for X amount of years, you're money ahead.
Yeah, me and Mike were doing the math the other day to see if it was worth it for him. We were
I mean, it's like 7 years.
Oh my God!
So in the eighth year, so
he's eligible, isn't he?
So year number 8, you're there.
Yeah. Oh, you're eligible.
I've got it.
He's already got it.
I've already got it. But I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But for them to do that, though, that's a significant savings. You're saving $150.
I wonder if they were
because it'll
having
go
a
up.
significant drop in lifetimes. Because like me, as a 38-year-old, I don't really know what makes sense to me besides just make sure I got a fishing license.
You need to buy a lifetime.
A current lifetime.
Yes.
What's that
buy it.
price?
Probably around $500.
Yes, I guess in 10 years.
What are your current? You're hunting. You're already doing that. So
It depends on if it's the lifetime fishing license or if it's
The
got the
lifetime
sportsman.
sportsman.
we're talking
Yeah.
sports.
I want to say it's like over 600 now.
I think it is.
It could be.
That's not
so
worth
it's
That's
definitely
big money.
Well, that's worth it.
Well,
You pay it
they
back in
have
12 years.
but now they have a unified one that we used to never have. There was none of this coastal stuff.
Mm.
It was always
Yeah,
one.
mine's like grandfathered in under the coastal thing
Yeah.
because when it was sold.
Yeah, just do the math.
Well,
on
that's
it.
some
It's
that's
a
some
great
news.
deal.
That's some news from NC Wildlife. So,
Yep.
Any North Carolina resident out there listening, you can get that sportsman's lifetime 50.
Just
and
go
over.
online, send all your documentation in.
Yeah, we don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, just send it all in.
It's easy. I've done
Birth
it. It's not that
certificate.
big.
I don't want to deal with it.
It's not
They
that
ask for
big.
everything. Hell, they'll probably ask for your vaccine card soon, just to get a fishing license.
It's
send-
easy. If
you
I'm
got
here, I'll do
Social
your
Security
lifetime
number,
license for you.
Birth certificate, vaccine
It's
card.
against my religion getting a lifetime
All you got to do
license.
is
blood
just
type.
take that envelope and just put their birth certificate in it. That's it.
Man, that's government overreach. They already know I'm born.
And they send it back to you.
I wouldn't know because I don't want to do it.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. It's the boat registrations that we do not.
Yeah,
do.
we don't do those.
No, it's no. Because they're so inconsistent.
We just want to sell you a fishing license,
That's right.
short term or annual,
We'll help you with that any way we can. Well, okay.
for all lifetime needs. See
That's right.
Shannon.
A lifetime.
So speaking of the fishing license and regulations, DH has started.
DH has started.
mean?
The great thing is they actually have put some fish in the water.
Yeah, they're there.
They're there. Had some folks come into the Bryson City shop today and said that they had a really good day on the Upper Nantahala up there. That's very, very promising. And what a recovery from the state after the devastation.
Outhouse to the penthouse, baby.
Definitely hats off to those folks over there. How realistic expectations when you come to the area this year?
Well, what was it they said? They said 9.
They're back to capacity on fish, so the ratios are going to be off.
Yes.
So there's probably meaning there's going to be way more rainbows than there normally would be because brook trout and brown trout are expensive to grow, and slower to grow. That's why they're more expensive. But there are also not going to be as many. That 20% trophy is going to be lower.
Yeah.
So
Not as many unicorns.
but I mean we're seeing some catches of some.
I
big
mean, yeah, a
fish.
guy came in the shop the other day and caught 3 over 20 inches.
there you go.
So it's like, that's pretty good.
There you
Pretty
go.
good when he only caught 13 fish and 3 of them were
That's
that big.
pretty good ratio.
Yeah, it is. But just realistic expectations for yourself personally. If you go out with a guide trip, realistic expectations, and
Yeah, I think
we'll
that's what I
see.
told the newspaper that.
And two, I think long term, I was told they lost 60% of their eggs. And
I was thinking about that. How are they going to do trout in the classroom?
So they actually have got more eggs, but they did lose 60%, and they told us that they could supply us. It's not like they're supplying thousands.
Man, it's
It
like
was just
that-
going to be delayed, right?
It's like
Yes,
that
it's
egg
delayed.
bank down there.
Mhm. It really is. When you go in that room,
Yeah,
it's phenomenal.
yeah.
Those trays are just stacked in there. It's really a neat process.
If you ever want to see that process, volunteer with
Mhm.
your local TU chapter trout in the classroom program and
Yep.
get to kind of go behind the scenes and all that.
Yep, they do that. But they get like their eggs, like their rainbow eggs, come in from out of state. They told us, and they're shipped into them. They're not all coming from the fish over there
Yeah.
in the raceways.
Yeah.
Well, I think we were talking when the Marion hatchery went offline from that vandalization a few
Absolutely.
years back. The Setzer hatchery helped them out with everything. So, and we're certain that they're either buying them from federal hatcheries or private hatcheries. Probably federal hatcheries because not all the private hatcheries around here are tested and approved.
Right.
Yeah.
So we know that.
Yeah, I was confident. I knew they had damage that they would still be able to
I
stop.
didn't lose sleep over it.
I didn't either. I really, based upon what had happened in the
And
past.
for anybody that doesn't know what happened, Tropical Storm Fred came up through the Florida Panhandle. Wasn't too bad down there. And then came up over here, and we had a cloudburst over here on Black Balsam, and 23.5 inches of rain fell. And some of it went down the French Broad drainage, some of it went down the Pigeon drainage, and some of it came down the Tuck drainage. But we've fortunately got those lakes up there, and they did a fantastic job of absorbing that shock of 14 inches or so hitting. But French Broad and Pigeon not so fortunate, so quite a bit of damage over there on the Davidson. Certainly the Pigeon East Fork was hit really hard. 7 people lost their lives amongst those campgrounds and whatnot. So really bad situation that happened over there. I guess about 6 weeks now, right? It was August. You were on your trip.
It was August 17th, I believe, is when that happened.
There you go. Every time Bobby goes to Montana, something bad happens.
Yeah, me and Shannon were out there when the rock slides happened in the Nantahala. That
cloud burst, yeah.
And so there were more slides in Nantahala in that system.
Oh,
too.
was there?
Mhm.
Yeah. That's going to be an ongoing issue.
I think so. Since the fires, that's really scarred that area, and you've lost all that vegetation holding it back. So, boom, there she goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, that's bad stuff.
Yeah, it really is.
I did hear today, I don't know if anybody listening's in the insurance agency or insurance world industry, but apparently on the East Fork, they're now trying to, some of the insurance companies, I don't know names of companies, but they're trying to classify that as a mudslide and not a flood. And that's changing completely how things are getting covered, and it's not in a good way for the homeowner.
Ooh.
Getting reimbursed because they're not going to be able to rebuild their kind of thing.
I've asked my buddy John about that.
I definitely think they've got
he knows.
They've got video footage of it being water. I mean, you would think,
they're saying that's a landslide.
Water?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Water coming down the mountains, a landslide?
Well, because the landslide happened upstream and dammed up the river, and then the dam broke. The landslide dam.
I don't know. Gosh, there's so many gray areas, isn't there?
Yeah, it's rough. I'd hate to be in that situation.
So if they're using that terminology to justify, because basically they're saying the landslide happened before the floodwaters, and the landslide's what caused the floodwaters. So could you not say that the rain caused the landslide? So no, it was a rain event.
Here's the thing: not every it's one of those extra riders you can put on your policy. Like I chose to get earthquake insurance on my house because it's on locust piers and not a foundation. An earthquake would be pretty bad for me, even if it's a little one. It could wreck my house. I bet there's some people that when they got their house over there and they're insured, they didn't check the box for mudslide, but they checked the box for flood.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they're saying that the mudslide was the precursor to the floodwaters. So the rain event was the precursor to the mudslide. So that tells me every time it rains and there's a mudslide, it's the rain's fault, not the earth.
Right.
Hey,
you see what I'm saying? Like
it's whatever it feels like identifying as that day. So up Crusoe.
Don't go down that road. Don't go down that road. So anyway.
Just saying is all.
But yeah, it was bad over there.
It was.
Like I feel for those people, and one of our customers was in the shop, and he made a great point. He's like, man, if this would have happened in the middle of the night when people were asleep, he's like, hundreds of people would have been dead. Luckily, it happened in the daylight.
Yep.
Because it came up that fast.
Right.
Well, I want to point out we got some fantastic customers. We put out a thing, hey, let's get these people some drinking water and non-perishables and some perishables, and man, the next day it was sitting in the shop ready to go.
Sure was.
Glad to help contribute to those people. Thank you for everybody that helped out with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I felt bad, man. I was sitting out in Montana fishing, and I'm like, man, back home there's people struggling through that. It sucked kind of in a way. Every night I'd come back and look at everything, and at least I kept seeing the number of missing people go down, which was, a positive thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that first time I looked and saw it was like 37 people missing, I was like, holy heck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
they found some of them people at the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing is,
Yeah.
I guess it takes a while to locate people. You'd think nowadays with text message and voicemail.
The campground got flooded. I guess I'll go to the beach now. Not tell anybody.
Well, I wonder how many people went because they were like, oh, the storm's coming. Let's just go to the beach and not deal with the tropical storm. And didn't even pay attention to flooding happening at home or, just.
Yeah, it's everything's so fragile The ecosystem's so fragile; it only takes one little thing to mess it
Well,
up
hey,
for sure. Man,
Yeah, that's been happening on that river for 1,000 years. We're just in the way now.
yeah,
It's not because of overdevelopment or anything
right.
politically, environmentally created.
Yeah,
It is entirely coming from national forest, undeveloped area.
correct.
So it's not a planning situation. It's not a mismanagement situation.
Right.
It's
It just happened.
living by a river.
I think they
Yeah.
call those. It's funny. So many people don't believe in God, but they'll call that an act of God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what it was.
No, that's how they classify it on insurance.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Act of God.
God.
Yeah.
And if you really drive up through there, if you look, a lot of those houses are old houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been there before I was born. I mean, I remember
They're made
going-
out of stones from the creek.
absolutely. Their basements
Yeah.
and things like that are all
Stones and cow poop.
the
That's how they
river.
build them.
Yeah. So it's not like you've gone in there with a huge new development and these are some well established, been there for quite some time.
Yeah. It's crazy though. If you haven't seen them, go look at those videos. I know there was one guy that put up all the videos of like the houses floating and stuff, and everything he made on YouTube, he was donating to Haywood County.
Wow. There you go.
So
Well,
go watch those and support that because that's money that's
And
going
if
to
you
those
see
folks.
those videos, understand that this section, this East Fork of the Pigeon is, I guess, about as wide as Main Street Silva. Really, maybe as wide as our shop.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not
But
a very
in this
big
flood
river.
event, it's incredible to see how big it got. Unbelievable.
I would say the stream bed is similar to what you see on the West Fork in some cases. But there's sections of the East Fork that's not as wide.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head, but you get up above Camp Hope, it widens up a bit and the water's kind of channeled through
Yeah.
the center of it. It's not it's not massive by any stretch of the imagination. Just
Yeah.
water is just super powerful.
Yeah, that's right.
Super,
man.
super powerful.
You know what else is powerful?
Internet,
Whistle Pig.
that too.
Hey, big thank you to Randy Collins. Kind gift there. Left us in Waynesville. Is congratulatory for opening there. That was really
Oh,
awesome.
did he?
Oh, hey,
That was
thanks,
awesome
Randy.
of him, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hope I enjoy it.
I'm sure you will.
Somebody brought up E.H. Taylor today.
That's
Like-
still sitting in my house. I need to bring that in. Maybe we'll do that for the holiday party.
I just got
That's
water.
a good idea.
I have some of this.
I'll share the Whistle Pig at the
great
holiday
this
party.
great value water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we need to make sure ginger ale is a brand of the shop too.
Not no dang Sprite though.
Why?
Because it blew up in Shannon's face.
We have got to get these pictures updated and include
Oh my gosh.
Shannon's face after the Sprite
I've
explosion.
got the can over there on the shelf, man. No,
He's like saving that can like a trophy.
it's over there. It's on the shelf with the corn and
It's like in the Bible where they
Skunked
leave
again.
stones for important moments in their lives. They leave a
that
stone.
was an important moment.
It's like you leave a broken
Kaboosh.
Sprite can.
Never had that happen before.
What were you doing to it?
I was putting it in the cooler.
So you did have it in your hand.
No,
Now, you said it was still sitting in the crate.
it was.
right?
I had what was I? There was all those
Like a
drinks
like a
that y'all
24
brought.
pack. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm putting them in and I'm pulling them out and it's saying I went over and it go boosh. Dude, it was loud. It's like like you
Have
open
you
up canned biscuits.
Have you sought legal counsel on this?
No, but if someone would have seen it and I had a video, I probably could have.
Cash me outside, Sprite.
That's right.
We can reenact it somehow, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. But anyway, I got the can. I looked pretty nice, didn't I?
I couldn't tell. You just look like you're crazy staring at.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell anything happened.
Dude, I had. Man, my glasses were all
I mean,
sticky and everything from the soda. It shot up. I was wiping it off the end of the.
We're talking about Sprite, folks.
Yeah, the Sprite. So I was wiping it off the floor. It was it was
Yeah.
it was everywhere. And then every time you would move another case of drinks, there's like the remnants of the Sprite, like it made it here to this. And
Hey, it could have been worse. We had a guy
Yeah,
when,
right,
when,
could
I,
have,
when I worked at
absolutely.
Lowe's that
Yeah.
he tipped a spray paint pallet back on the forklift and
Oh,
cans.
Oh no.
He was covered in spray
Yeah.
paint.
Yeah.
Man.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
So it could be worse.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Could have got hurt. You could have got
What's that?
the can. It wasn't glass.
John
No-
Fox
nobody was
meme.
here.
So
Yeah.
you had a bad day.
Yeah. I threw an adjective out.
Shock. Yeah.
Shocker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's the adjective we're going.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
To be a fly on the wall.
Yeah,
Covered
Yins would
in
have laughed.
Sprite.
The fly would have laughed.
I mean, if I'd have been here, I'd have been rolling.
Yeah, Yins would have. After you realize he's okay, Yins would have been laughing. I would
Yeah.
have.
Oh,
I'd have
man.
laughed if it was y'all.
It's good stuff, man.
It was good stuff.
It's good stuff. So how was y'all's Montana trip? Since we didn't get to talk about them yet, might as well mention them.
Yeah. You was first. How was your Montana trip,
You know,
Bobby?
we got really lucky that they lifted all the hoot owl restrictions like couple days right before we got there. I think actually the Yellowstone one got lifted while we were there. So very blessed that happened. Glad they finally got some cooler weather because it was a hot summer for those folks. And smoky hot summer. And while I was out there, the smoke wasn't bad at all. It seemed like it was pretty tame. Fishing was good. You know, Box Canyon, awesome. Madison, fun. We didn't go wade the inside the park because of the water being low. They said it just did, you know, a lot of the fish had moved around because the water got so low in the park. But I think Dale and his group did a little bit on their little day off.
They earned
went
it.
in there and worked a little bit on
I
it.
drug them all over Lamar Valley.
Yeah. But, man, the fishing out there is it's just different. It's fun. I shouldn't say the fishing's different. The fishing's still trout fishing, but different scenery, you know, just fun to be on different river, different water, different tactics. You know, I got to fish the ranch. If you don't know what that is, it's the Harriman Ranch.
Railroad.
And it's on the Henry's Fork of the Snake, which is right there where Idaho and Montana kind of come together. And it is some of the most technical trout fishing I've ever done. I mean, it's like fishing glass that's moving and all sight fishing, very spooky fish, but every fish is big. Straightened the hook on one, so I did hook one, but he straightened it out. Gave Steve hell about buying cheap hooks. So if Steve's listening to this, buy more expensive hooks. So, but all in all, man, it was a good time. Had fun. Group was great. Food was awesome. I didn't have the party group this year. They all, man, by 8:30, everybody was in bed.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I got
So
you. 10-4.
We didn't have much fire pit time, which is
Yeah.
usually fun, you know,
Yeah.
to sit out there by the fire pit and
Yeah.
and talk a little bit. But
Yeah.
it's still a good time.
Yeah.
Had a good
Okay.
time. Luckily, most of the flights worked out well. That was, you know,
Yeah.
I think everybody's concern is
Yeah.
how many people would be delayed or
Sure.
held
Right.
up by flights. But for the
Right.
most part, we had a couple issues, but all in all, good, man.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
How about you?
Oh, yeah.
Since
so,
you were number 2.
Yeah, I was number 2. Number 2, my lord, number 2. The weather for us, 5-day trip. The weather for us, the first day was a bit spotty. You know, rain, wind, things like that. Then the next 2 days, man, it was the clearest I've seen it in a couple of years out there. Just as far as the beautiful, gorgeous.
I bet that
for sure.
rain helped.
It wasn't like we got a lot of rain. It was just, yeah.
But it probably just helped with the smoke and stuff.
Yeah,
maybe.
absolutely. But it was fantastic. No, we had good fire pit time, of course, there. But the only problem that there was with the flight was because of Dale Payne. So if Dale is listening, so my guys all fly in from Dallas, except for Scott. So Scott, you know, drives down from up there in
Jackson.
Thank you. I was
Yeah.
going to say Jackson Hole, but yeah, that too. Same thing. I just was going to say, you know, Cheyenne or something, but that wasn't right. But so anyway, so I'm setting out, and you know, I dropped you off, and I'm doing laps because I mean, like I know
Waiting for
they
them to arrive.
they've arrived. Well, I'm like, where you at? Where you at? So they're sitting there, and they'd been sitting there for a while, and so Dale is like, he's tired of waiting. Not this Dale, but Dale Payne.
You didn't pop the smoke?
So he goes and he
Your Navy guy popped the
so
smoke.
he goes, so he gets up and he goes to use the toilet, right? So they wouldn't move the plane. They got clearance to move, but they wouldn't move the plane because he was in the toilet. And then the captain called him out on the loudspeaker on the airplane that they were waiting on him to get back into his seat so they can move the aircraft.
Man, I didn't know this.
Oh yeah, dude, it was hilarious. Yeah, it was
That's
so
pretty good.
funny. Absolutely. So no, oh yeah, it was a really good time. Went and ate. We got a pretty good lead on a place to go get some bourbon out there called Single Barrel, and we went by there and guys stocked up. We went out to West, and then while we're out there. Our wrestling belt fishing tournament guys, you know, came in and set up their bar, and it was game on, baby.
Yeah.
It was, you know, so it was a good time, and it cooled off. We had some 20s.
Yeah,
and
it was cool in the mornings.
And would warm up to about 70. So we had that, you know, layer up kind of thing. But then that leads us to Dale over here, not related to Dale Payne. Diesel over here. That I believe it got hot for you folks out there.
My trip sucked.
All right, that's it.
All right.
To the next topic.
All righty then.
I'm sure everybody listens like, oh, I bet he's going to talk about how fun it was, how great it was, how awesome the fishing was. We're in Montana. No, it was.
It's tough, wasn't it?
So it's September, and Steve described it the best. He said, summer and fall are going to fight. Okay, so that means, well, fall in Montana means winter here. Okay, let's just be clear about that. So we've got to pack for everything.
Yeah.
So we bring the layers and then the layers, right? So everybody's brought everything. Well, we get there and they change the forecast. Like all of a sudden this high pressure comes up from the south and man, we're going to have 90 degrees all week. Y'all were wearing vests and raincoats and
oh yeah, it was 30 degrees in the morning
gloves and Elmer Fudd hats and you name it, you could find it. Y'all were wearing it. So we get in there and it's like, well, crap, I don't have enough sun shirts like to get through this because I was planning on wearing like fishing shirts and vests and stuff. So yeah, we're floating the Madison. It felt like a smallmouth float. I almost couldn't eat lunch. I was so hot. It felt like there was a time where I almost blacked out on a trip on the Little Tennessee. This has been years ago from the heat.
If you want to go fishing with Dale, just give us a call.
Was you rowing or
No,
was
yeah,
you,
it was Little Tennessee,
wow.
and it was the 2016. It was a drought year.
Okay, yes.
And I actually had to, I had to call the trip in the middle of the trip. Like
that's the one. Yeah.
I started thumbing up Nemore Road. Thank God a boater kayaker guy came by and gave me a ride back to the truck. But it was that hot, 90 degrees, no wind. Okay, so you can imagine the Madison Valley, no
wind.
There's no shade.
I've never been in Madison Valley, and there's not been.
That's
wind.
right. That's right. So the fishing was great. We had a great ant bite on the Madison that day. And that was kind of the one positive to the heat was it kind of kicked the terrestrial game back on. Slight hopper hatch, but mainly an ant game. And that was fun. But then that day in Lamar Valley, it was 87 degrees.
Wow.
And let's think about that, folks. It's 7,000 feet in elevation. It's 87 degrees. So, but we found some nice ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was good.
The thing that y'all got to do the ranch, and some of my guys did. Me and D Payne, we went into the canyon.
I ain't finished.
I know, but I cut
you
y'all.
still want to talk about D Payne, man? Come on,
D Payne, T Wayne.
Man.
Come on, got them Reeboks, pumped them things up. Hebgen Lake, man, was pretty cool.
Yeah. I didn't get to.
I don't know how much of that they want us to talk about though. I always get that weird vibe when you talk about lakes with them. Any of them,
dude. They posted They put it on their fishing.
Man, that's where the ranch is. It's right across the lake. Like everybody knows about that place. Most everybody. You don't know about it?
What?
The ranch across the Hebgen that you have to boat to?
that's Firehole Ranch.
Yeah. You don't know about that?
No. Well, I tell you, man, what I
know about Hebgen is happy hour.
You got to tell that story.
I am done. Go ahead. Take over.
Yeah.
Hebgen was great. Go ahead. Take it now.
About when y'all were like
Come on.
with Nick and you were like, hey, it's happy hour.
So Larry came with us on the trip, and this was Larry's first trip to Montana. And if you've never been to Southwest Montana, make it make it a point to go by the happy hour. It is probably the last bastion of pure Montana left in West Yellowstone. I don't know. There's a lot of good things in West Yellowstone that are truly Montana.
Oh yeah,
but they're sort of unique to West Yellowstone, whereas happy hour is just Montana. Okay. So it's the kind of place where there's a lot of Polaroids on the wall and a lot of singles, a lot of $1 bills, a lot of $5 bills, but I think it kind of stops there at $5 bills, but a lot of Polaroids and not much clothes.
In the Polaroids. Not just in the bar.
Good call. So you know, we were kind of jonesing for a drink after our trip that day. It had been again pretty warm, and you know, we had you can't drink enough water on your trips out there. But you finish the trip, you're thirsty. So we were gonna go by a marina and hang out for a little bit. But I was like, hey, Nicholas, happy hour's open, right? And he says, oh yeah, boys, no need for a marina now. We're going to happy hour. And you hear the turn signal turn off, and He chugs down on his Chevy.
His Chevy's going, baby.
But happy hour is fantastic. They actually have some decent food there. Like the steaks they were cooking, they smelled excellent. I know their fried pickles are good, but they serve up some good good copper mugs full of vodka and bourbons, and they do this thing where if you order one, you got to yell "copper on the floor."
Mm-hmm.
I think they got like 1, 2, 3, 4, and everybody's got to yell "copper on the floor." And if you don't yell, they make you do something silly. I forget what it is. You got to try it again, but they will. Yeah, it's something silly.
Drink a White Claw.
Drink a White Claw.
So so the reason they do that though is because people started stealing copper mugs from them.
Oh, really? That's the reason, huh?
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
interesting.
So yeah, it was a fun trip. We had a great mix of people. The fishing was fantastic. So to bring my trip full circle, we had a little bet going on.
Mm.
So we had a pool on the biggest fish and the most fish caught.
Yeah.
We all put in a little bit into the kitty. I won the most fish. I tried to lie every day, but they were a great group of folks. They wouldn't let me lie, I promise. I tried to no, I only caught 2 today. And they're like, bull crap, Dale. We know what you caught. You caught a bunch, didn't you? I was like, yes, I'm sorry. So we caught 200 as a group, 226 fish. And so anyway,
Man,
I have
y'all
no.
are some counters.
Yeah,
that's the most I've ever tried to count. Okay.
We did.
I bet I couldn't ask anybody from my trip, and they wouldn't even be able to tell me what they caught on a single day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, these guys, they're some of our fishiest folks that come
Yeah.
here season over season. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they were some experienced folks, and they were looking to have a good time with it. But we took that pool, and I mean, it wasn't a lot of money, so I was like, what are we going to do with it? We gave it to the Henry's Fork Foundation. So, Tuck Fly Shop is a supporter of the Henry's Fork Foundation, and what a great group that is, and how lucky that river is to have a nonprofit that well organized and that active.
There you go. Perfect.
I'd love to see, Haywood Waterways over in Haywood County does a fantastic job. I'd love to see something get going with the Watershed Association on the Tuckasegee River. Get a little more organized and active. Anyway,
We know it takes people.
it was a great trip. Thank you, Earl. Thank you, Dawn, Mike.
Yeah, everybody
Mike
that went on
Rader,
all of it.
everybody.
Absolutely.
Man, it was so
That's right.
fun.
Yep, absolutely. Yes, it was.
Thanks, Larry.
Most importantly, everybody made it there and back safely.
That's it, man.
That's the most important thing.
I
Everybody's
got a
safe.
little worried with Earl on the fire at Huntsville Airport. He said the overzealous fireman got a little decided that the it was like a vending machine caught on fire.
Yeah.
He said the overzealous fireman hosed down everything within 40 yards.
They're just making sure, man.
Like Aramark had a bad day that day.
They're just making sure. Who knows? It could have been on fire inside the wall.
Wonder how they'll classify that insurance wise.
Yeah.
Mudslide
Mudslide.
or water main break.
Yeah, water main break.
Those firemen brought the water main
Water
inside.
main break. Water main break.
That's like that oil spill in California. They're trying to
Yeah.
the oil company's trying to say that a cargo ship dropped an anchor on the oil line, the pipeline.
Ooh.
And it actually, they said the divers found a 13-inch gash in the pipeline.
Oh.
So
Oh man.
could be, but there's
Oh.
that's big bucks on who to blame there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. That's interesting.
So
And then whose fault is it that ship had to anchor up because the ports won't let them in because they can't unload them?
Trump.
Man, it's all a trickle thing.
Yeah, it's all trickle down.
It's all trickle. It's
that-
everybody's fault.
It's that dang little old pet over yonder in the corner.
Obama.
Yeah. Good heavens. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
Yep.
Well, what else we got?
It's just fall. It's the time to come here. It's the time to the next couple of months. Are gonna
Man,
be
I think
productive.
leaves are peaking on the parkway right now.
It could be. I think this
It's-
rain's going to help a bit.
Well,
It is
according to
red
the
and yellow.
Tuckasegee Fly Shop, peak fishing prediction.
Okay, what is that?
What is it?
Give
it's
us
it's a
give
graph.
us the
It's up
prediction.
on our site.
Give us the prediction.
It says it's good right now.
Oh, it's good. Okay,
Good
it's
right
good.
now.
It's good.
It's peaking on the parkway.
And what elevation am I good at?
Everywhere.
And what elevation am I great at?
Everywhere.
I was driving down into Dillsboro the other day, coming from here down like into Dillsboro, and you
Right.
can see the rock quarry and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was weird because like all the poplars are turning yellow,
Right.
so everything down in the valley was yellow, and everything on top was still green. I'm like, man, that's kind of backwards.
Yeah.
Like that's not how it's supposed to look.
We got a tree out there at the house, and honestly, like 2/3 of the leaves are gone. With
Yeah.
they were gone and no color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep watching that ginkgo down in Bryson City. That was Dennis White's favorite tree to
Yeah,
watch.
yeah,
It
the
turned-
ginkgo down
It
there.
turned gold, and it loses its leaves in one day.
Yeah, it just boom, drops them.
That's a pretty
Gone.
tree.
It is.
It is a real.
You know,
real
we got a
pretty
ginkgo, the corner right there by Waynesville shop,
tree.
right in front of where you park.
Yeah, they plant them in the island there.
Okay, I didn't pay attention.
That's a ginkgo.
Ginkgo.
Boa.
Ginkgo.
So yeah, the leaves are they're more all throughout this year. It's not like years past where normally DH stockings were like still killing fish because their water's too hot and they're still throwing fish in hot water. This year we've cooled off sooner, which means we're probably middle of October have a heat wave.
Possible.
So it's like this year that you're seeing colors all throughout. Like crossing Balsam going to Waynesville, it's orange.
That's what I was looking at today coming back. It is red, yellow, and orange on top of the parkway.
Yeah.
Like you can see, like it's peaking up there.
Yeah. But it's still mild.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean,
like
it's
62 degrees.
But what got the engine cranked was those 40s, and up there they hit 30s.
Right. Well, right. So we had some cooler weather actually in September. We had those, but right now, I mean, it's been relatively mild.
Yeah.
Which keeps our terrestrial bite going.
Yes, we haven't had a frost.
That Chernobyl game is still strong.
Yeah.
Monday,
no frost.
I'd say 50-50 Monday's trip was
Yeah.
Chernobyl's versus the Nymph 100.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what you have to adapt to your conditions.
So
And
that's
right
like
now,
200
that's all we have.
versus 200.
Yeah, you can still wet wade. You know, the water temps are still, you know, they're in the 50s, upper 50s, but you can wet wade if you'd like to.
Wear hip boots.
You can wear
I don't care what you wear.
You
under
can
the
wear
hip
hippers.
boots. Some people,
It's your boots. Wear what you
they
want.
might
Wear
be
it
like
all.
the Times Square cowboy and wear hip boots
Hey. It's yours.
with your tighty whities. I don't know. It was a weird phone call today, folks. I'm going to leave it at that.
It's your prerogative. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're fishing with live bait or artificial bait or what?
That feller was looking to throw a worm and a bobber.
I guess if he's wearing hip boots, and technically could
Worm
be.
in the bobber.
Yeah, man.
It works.
Yeah.
It works.
Mm-hmm. So stocking this month, stocking next month, and stuff in the national park still in play as well.
What are we
Keep
talking
that
about?
in-
I'll flash this up.
keep-
Yeah, should we do
Here's-
fishing
here's
report?
the stocking.
Keep that
Or
in
you got
mind.
the-
Also,
There's all the stocking dates up on the screen.
Perfect.
If
So
you're
Watch it on
watching this
YouTube. It's posted
Yeah.
there.
yeah, look at that. That also new blog posts go out.
Yeah.
Hit on that there while you're eating the
Yeah.
cake.
So we're trying to do better about just keeping our website, moving, keep content on the website. You can now get all the podcasts. We've got a feed on the website for all our podcasts, but keep doing a better job keeping fishing reports on the blog. So if you go to our website, tuckflyshop.com, you'll see the guidelines blog. And that kind of the guidelines back in 2020, when I redesigned a lot of our website stuff, it was all guidelines, CDC guidelines, this, guidelines, that, school guidelines, retail guidelines, la, da, da, da. So I was like, you know what? We got the guidelines blog. So, so you can go there. We've got, up-to-date fishing reports and try to tie that in with the articulate fly fishing report recordings that we do. And then Mike Hodge, man, is doing a fantastic job on our blog. Mike his previous career was a sports writer down in Florida, Gainesville, and some of the St. Pete Times, blah, 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 and then Tampa Bay, blah, blah, blah,
Some newspaper.
Courier Tribune, whatever. But yeah, so now he actually had an article published in the New York Times. So he did a piece on Ted Williams and fly fishing. So definitely some talent there, but he's got a new one up this week explaining the Tuckasegee. Kind of puts things in some layman's terms, journalistic. They're easy, quick reads too, so you don't have to get buried in it, but it makes a lot of sense. But he did a great job linking it to Shannon's YouTube video where, let me see the term Mike used there to describe Shannon's. You can go to our YouTube channel for an extensive explanatory video.
Man,
Dude, man.
Extensive explanatory.
that is a good video. It's like 25 minutes long, but it is well worth watching
Oh, yeah.
to see all the navigation on the computer.
Yeah.
I know what Jerry DeWeese does at night.
Yeah.
He watches your
You're
video.
watching that video.
He said, I was watching that video tonight. Shannon did a nice job, but I thought, my gosh, we got to have a 37-minute video to explain how these dams work.
They do need to make it easier.
Yes, they do.
It is so hard to find
Well,
stuff through that thing.
Yes, it is.
Apparently,
Very
he passed that up the ladder.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll do something.
Yeah, he told me he passed. He came in and he told me after he talked to you, Dale, that he had
I couldn't
Had
sleep
done
that
that.
night, so I watched Shannon's
Yeah.
video. He was probably hoping that video would put him to sleep.
Got him all worked up.
Got him
about
all
work.
worked up. I'm sorry,
He's
man.
like,
He's
man.
all worked up.
Shannon,
Oh.
hey man, Shannon maybe just got that voice that puts people to sleep.
Yeah.
And so when we put a new blog up, if you're on our email list, it gets sent to you.
I
saying
think
that
it
came out.
does. I think you get automatic updates if you have subscribed.
That's what I was about to say. So go
on
subscribe
the website.
on the
Subscribe to
website.
the website.
Okay.
and you'll get the automatic update.
And you know, when you're in the shop and if you're a new customer and we ask you for your email, I tell people all the time, you know, we want to capture your email so we can keep up with you in a newsletter piece, but I don't send out stuff every week. In the last 12 months, I've sent out 2 things. So it's a time thing. We're going to see that increase now. I'd like to do something monthly. And somebody said, "You don't sell it to nobody, do you?" I said, "Well, nobody's offered yet." So,
That's a good point. Yeah, nobody's asked to buy your info, so
Yeah.
we haven't sold it.
so yeah, no, we don't sell your info till somebody makes an offer, and then we'll let you know.
It's got to be a good offer too.
And if
Yeah.
they're on Facebook, it's been sold.
Oh well,
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
True.
Yeah. I mean, probably right.
Hey, don't say the F word. We don't want to get shut down. So somebody complains about it. Somebody complained about it, Facebook, and everything shut down.
Fudge?
So Facebook,
Fantastic.
F word. So
Fantastic.
What about
Um,
Instagram?
Food.
that's a I.
That's what we're okay to say, even though they all got hacked.
So yeah, guys, be sure to check out our blog. On the menu bar. So if you're on our website and you scroll down, you'll see like the 4 buttons that have been there, but you scroll down, you'll see the menu bar is now down low. So that's where you'll find the feed, the buttons to click on, you know, their maps and charts if you want to buy those. But then also the Tuck Castle with Splash of Burden.
Some days it
burden
feels
you.
like a burden.
Maybe there's some burden in that cake, but yeah, we just want to make the website more functional for you guys and a better resource for content and learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Perfect. Perfect.
Good deal.
Yeah.
It was fun, boys.
It's fun.
Nice to get back on the mic.
Yeah, folks, help us out if you would. If you're listening in your car and you've not gone to our YouTube channel, please do that. Go give us it's Tuckasegee Fly Shop on the YouTube, I believe. Correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Tuckasegee Fly Shop. The push for 1,000 is on. We're about 170 away from reaching 1,000 subscribers. That'd be great. We've jumped up quite a bit this year, and it's because of you folks. If you already subscribed, feel free to share. Let us know what kind of content you're looking for. There, we've got to get back on that. We've been spread a little thin.
We got to finish our pack series.
We got to finish the
Oh,
pack
yeah, we
series
do.
because I'm going to tell you something.
Oh,
And I told Bobby, we haven't done the vest yet. And vests really tend to get left out.
as they should.
Is it?
If
The-
y'all can see Shannon's face right now.
Case in point of why I'm talking about this. But this
Oh,
whole
man.
series that Fish Pond has come out with here interacts together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as far as I know, they're the only one that has done anything like this, to where you can actually take that vest, take the 2 front panels off, and attach it to the Firehole backpack.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we need to spend some time on the vest going over that and educate the people on number one, the value, what you get for the money.
Yeah.
It's just like a Gore-Tex G3, G4 rain jacket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, days like today, you'll forget about how much you paid for it
Mm-hmm.
when you're out there for about 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, we have to build that value in the product for these people and let them know, whether it's a vest or a pack or a rod or a reel or whatever, that's part of it. Understand that. We got to get on that. And I tell you something else.
Tell me something else.
And Preach It Brother is going to be, we got a product in here that everybody walks by and they never think about it.
Is it Canada Dry?
Is this a riddle?
No. Let me tell you,
Payday.
and I don't know if we'd ever.
Hold on. Let me see if I can guess it. Hold on. Let me
Let's
just
go. All right.
Orvis Pro Nipper.
I give you 5 attempts. You get down to 4.
So everybody walks by it, but they never think about it.
That's right.
Is that what the?
Yeah, that we got to do a review on. I don't know how we
Are you
do it.
talking about the employees walk by it or customers?
No, I mean we walk by it in here.
The high and dry floating.
Nope, you're down to 3.
3.
Yeah,
Do I get 5? Everybody walks by it.
come on.
This is fun.
Yeah. Oh, this is like the mystery box.
Everybody walks by it, but what'd you say?
We would never think about doing a review on it.
Net
Nobody.
release?
Nope. You're down to 2.
Fly boxes.
Nope. You're down to 1, dude.
1. Oh.
All right,
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
down
guess one. Fish pond cooler.
No.
That was a good one, though.
Yeah,
I
was a good
thought
one.
that was a boat
That
box
was good.
today. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it could be, sure, for
It could be.
160. Sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
It's not 160. I think it's 119.
Depends on which one you get.
Man, oh man, this is tough, Shannon. What
Come
else do we sell?
Well,
I mean,
that's the point. All right.
It's
so
all for
that-
sale, so if somebody
Right.
wants to buy a mannequin, that's
That's
your
right.
prerogative.
we ain't gonna do a review on a mannequin. I mean, we could. I could like describe.
I
the
don't know.
mannequin.
I give up, shit.
All right. The Orvis pants.
Oh, the Jackson Hole pants.
Those things are stinking amazing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not in that game yet.
Oh
Best pants
man,
I've ever
are they
owned.
not?
I've got the
Thank
Sims.
you.
I love
Yes.
these Sims dockwear pants. I love them.
Well, I mean, but we've not really done anything about some of those products.
Yeah.
And the pant, man,
They're nice, man.
they're nice.
Yeah.
they're. I was like, yeah, okay.
Shannon's
they're
really
like,
excited
yeah.
about these
I
pants.
mean,
But
when
I
I
mean-
first got a pair, I was pumped.
Oh yeah,
now,
no doubt.
Now I own like 4 pair.
I
of
just
them.
I just want to wear that one pair of pants every day,
Mhm.
whether I'm wearing hippers or not wearing hippers.
The shorts
or,
are awesome too. The shorts
I
are
mean,
just
they
as good as the
really,
pants.
really are. But it is an item that we sell. But anglers and people that are non-anglers, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
But hitting
So-
those things,
So if
why
we
they're
review that, who's going to be the model that has to wear the pants and we're got
Dude,
the
we're just
camera on
gonna
their butt and stuff?
Well, we wear them anyway.
Yeah, but
you know.
we got
Who wants to show off the gusseted crotch?
Hey,
Man,
hey, when we do that though, I'm going to flash that picture up of Dale and those flyweight waders.
that's perfect.
Them
I
things all
love it.
Look
I
like he's
love
got
it.
a big old
That's
wedge.
awesome.
What do they call
That's
that? A
a-
moose knuckle?
It was
We called it other stuff, but you whatever you want to, man.
the
What do
legs-
y'all
The
listeners?
legs were a little short.
I tell you, man.
What do
Put
you
it that
call
way.
what?
In those
They
waders.
said that feller Mike down in North Georgia said, "Well, I bet the fellers in England love these waders."
Yeah.
Athletic cut my ass. That is slim fit waders if I've
What,
ever seen
what,
them.
what do y'all call them, people? We would love to know. Comment below and let us know what you call those rascals, for sure.
So yeah,
And let us know what other products you would like for us to talk about.
Yeah.
We really need to do that, and we'll get to going with that. And because that's fun. I enjoy doing that.
Well, going through winter too, that's going to be a great time to do some
Lot
of
easier.
those product stuff.
Lot easier. It's fun stuff
Sure.
to do, man. It's,
Yeah.
it's good stuff. Did we do a fishing report?
No, let's do it.
The
Brought to you
fishing
by-
we sort of talked about a lot, but I guess we can name some specifics.
Norvise.
So the fishing report that's going to happen or previously happened is brought to you by Norvise. You tie better flies faster, and don't forget about the Norvise demo day,
October 16th.
October 16th from 10 to 4.
110 Depot Street, Waynesville.
Wayne's
Okay.
World party time.
You know what's ironic about that? There's a 3 on the door.
Yeah,
It
it's-
is
I don't know
Unit
what-
3.
Yeah,
On
Yeah, it's
Depot
Unit
Street.
3,
man. In it.
If we had put a shop in Dillsboro, it would have been Depot Street too.
That's our goal.
Then we could have just been like Depot Street Outfitters.
Mm.
So
Righteous.
Yep.
All right.
Fishing report. Who's doing it? Dale, you're the last one on the water. Give us a report. Chernobyl's.
anything.
We heard that.
Yeah. So Hare's Ear under Chernobyl really did the trick there for us. You okay there, Shannon?
You had hairs there.
Oh,
Checking to see.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So
How hairs there, Niff? Oh, yeah.
Yep, that I tell you what is really good is if you can tie, it's something I tie from Fulling Mill. Wink, wink. It's called a redneck, and it's basically a little pheasant tail pattern on a curved hook, small.
Oh, yeah.
Big
The
small.
redneck pheasant tail.
Fish.
Yeah, very
It's
basic.
got finished with a bright red collar, maybe
Okay.
burnt orange, but that was really doing well. So
Perfect.
so yeah, that was good. Midges, like from the bins, tungsten, they were really good too.
Good.
And the Rio from Rio Flies, the May It Be, man.
May It Be's a good
Gosh
fly, man.
sakes, crushing.
May it be.
In an 18 or 20.
May it be.
Now, in a week, like we get out on the Tuckasegee, it's going to be junk food central.
Yeah.
So, but for some of these late summer, early fall picky fish, it's you kind of want to play that natural small game. But yeah, man, squirmies, time to
Nice.
Yeah, and don't forget the park. I know DH
Yeah.
is everybody's like DH, but it's like, man, the park's fishing good.
It is. I've seen tan caddis coming off. Those have been productive. Your regular olive caddis. Of course, you mentioned October caddis.
Yeah.
That's usually more early morning. They come off around the edges of your seam line in through
or
there.
at night when you're reading on your iPad.
Absolutely. You still got stoneflies.
Earl said
out
they were in
there.
his tent on Hazel Creek last week.
So there's a lot of things still in play due to the fact of our weather. So it's
Yeah.
very, very unique time of the year.
I think the Browns are moving. I've had
Oh,
some
no,
reports
yeah,
that
no,
the
they
Browns
are.
are
Now, hands
making their
down.
way.
Yes, brother.
So,
They are moving. So, question
The
before we
whispers of the Browns.
close. You said the redneck pheasant tail on the full and mill hook, right?
Yeah.
So we need to use the Simplify thread.
Yeah.
On the full and mill hook to come up with that pattern.
Actually, that color right there.
Nice. Very nice.
oh boy,
It's
he
over
just
there
lost
now.
that. He
Thank
just
you, sir.
Threw the thread across
Thank
the
you,
shop.
sir. Well, perfect.
I was trying to get it to you so you can see it.
Oh,
Shannon.
I appreciate that.
I just dropped that thing.
Can you
Like a
find it
coach
there?
told me in high school, I just missed my chance to be a champion.
Yeah, fumble liar.
Yep. That one's just your regular classic waxed red.
But it's the
There.
right red.
That's the right red. Well,
The
perfect.
right red.
There you go. Awesome. Well, fantastic.
Is it the left red? If it's the right red, is there?
No,
a
that's
left red?
that's the correct thread.
Yeah.
That's the correct.
Left red is commie red.
That is correct red. That's the correct red.
That was just said. Sorry, that just came out.
Easy now. This is some.
I
funky
tell you,
times,
once the more people tell me they listen to this, I'm like, and they're like, "Hey man, your podcast is I really enjoy it," and I'm like, "Oh man, I know what you do for a living. I got to watch what I say."
We all know you can't please everybody.
man. Yeah.
And when the bourbon's on the table, there's no telling what I'm going to say.
And all it was today was cake.
Hey, we are excited about this. Before we forget, what's that, Shannon?
Oh, it's a plaque.
It's a plaque that says
Yeah, I mean,
"Adopt a School."
So adopt a school. What we have right there is adopt a school certificate of adoption. The Balsam Mountain Trust hereby recognizes Tuckasegee Fly Shop as the honorary adoptive parents.
I don't know, man.
It says parents, doesn't it? Or does it say
It
present?
does say, as the honorary
you.
adoptive parents for
Thank you.
Fairview Elementary School.
Thank you. I'm reading from a distance, but it did say
Yeah,
parents.
so we
So talk about that program there right quick before we
so
get out
this
of here.
is a program that goes into the schools in the area, Haywood County, Jackson County, and they actually take native animals
Right.
into the schools. So they have a nature center up there. It's not quite open to the public really, but they do get this program into the schools. And up here we don't have there's like a little nature center in Nashville, but it's hard to get to. And so this is a great way for our students to be able to engage native animals that are in rehab. Essentially, all these animals were being rehabilitated, and so it's a great program, and we're glad to partner with them to support it. So we don't brag very often about our sponsorships and community donations, but this is one I'm really excited about. So
Absolutely. They do a good job with that. Quietly. They quietly do a good job with
Yeah.
that. They are very quiet. They're not out there in the limelight. They do a good job, for sure. Guess to expose the kids to us.
we've been trying to line it up and have them interview the folks.
Yeah, and get Mr.
Yeah.
Skinner on here. And
They just did their annual fundraiser, and
Mhm.
Mike said it went really well.
Good.
So that's
Good.
good to hear.
Good. That's
We
good
were
to hear.
supposed to go.
Were we?
That's a
Yeah.
fun one. Get a chance to
I
go.
didn't
You
know.
need to. Yeah,
We'll tell them
I've been
roll
there.
it over to next year.
I've been there. That's a good one. I like to watch them start bidding on stuff, man. At
Yeah.
auctions. That's good.
Awesome, man.
That's good.
That's good.
Li-
I used to go to the little community auction.
Yeah.
Like they'd be selling a hammer.
Yeah.
It's
A
so
hammer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They started at 25 cents, man.
They should do a thing where
you don't do this. Don't get the itches or anything
We-
like that, man.
we should do a thing where we auction off guides for the day.
Ooh, could we turn it into a fundraiser?
That's actually a good idea.
I mean, could we almost like identify something
if you're going with me, we're going to eat.
because it just said guides for a day.
I'm
It
gonna
didn't
guide
say
you to the buffet.
it didn't say a guide trip. It said guide for a day.
You know, the new
Hey,
Guy Ferrari
pre-trip-
restaurant's opening up. Let's go check that out.
Pre-trip questionnaire. You ever been to Cracker Barrel?
Yeah,
You ever been to Golden Corral?
yeah. Golden Corral. Got to go to.
I love some Golden Corral.
Still one
Me and
of is
Bobby,
Shelby, baby.
Back when I used to eat
Shelby
meat,
got a nice one. Down
me
in
and
Shelby.
Bobby, we go do some damage on the Golden Corral,
Did you?
man.
Yeah.
I
Oh
haven't
my
been to
goodness.
Golden Corral since I moved up here.
That one was it? Where's that one we went to? And it was we put a hurting. Was
They're
it
everywhere.
Texas?
They're everywhere.
It was
Well,
some
they
show
used to
we
be.
went
They
to,
ain't no
Texas
more.
or Virginia.
Yeah, you
I
got
mean-
the one over there in Pigeon Forge.
How does a buffet?
You know that
survive
one
a
in Pigeon
pandemic?
Forge,
They
But-
serve you, man.
but there's one
Really?
down in Shelby. When you drive through Shelby on the right hand side, I mean, it looks.
There's
new.
one behind the refrigerator.
It
too.
looks new.
Yeah.
It looks new. But you like that place over there in Tennessee? What's that place called?
Ah, man, you ask me that every time. I never can remember.
Ogles or something like that.
Well, that's
Ogles?
the name of the people that own it.
Farmhouse.
Farmhouse. No,
It's like something kitchen, farmhouse kitchen.
oh, dude,
something
that's
like that.
that,
It's good.
Yeah, that was a good recommendation on that one.
Hey, speaking of the people serving you for a buffet, so when I did a vacation in September, that's part of the reason we didn't have too many podcasts then, but they have to serve you because, they're worried about the COVID stuff. And it's normally like a breakfast buffet.
Yeah.
And that lady'd be like, 2 pieces of bacon. I was like, no. What are you doing? She put more, and I'd be like, need a little more. And they do that with the eggs, the potatoes, and everything. I'm like, look, I don't want to make 6 trips.
I got the wristband, baby. Lay it on me.
That's it. Yeah, give me some food.
Yeah, lay it on me. Wristband.
Yes, didn't get like this by eating 2 pieces of bacon.
I gotta keep working on this table muscle, baby. Come on, feed me.
That's it.
Gotta have that bacon fat.
Well, hey, we are looking forward to an awesome fall and seeing so many familiar faces back in the shop and getting out there on the water with you. And if you don't see me, Bobby, or Shannon in the shop you're in, just drive to the other 2. You'll probably find us there.
Visit all 3.
We are somewhere.
Hey, man, it's a fly shop tour. It's like a brewery tour. Just do it all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come see
that's
'em all.
it, man. We can start the fly shop
The
tour.
fly shop tours.
Awesome. Well, good deal. We done?
Yeah, man.
All
Let's go eat.
All right. That wraps up another exciting and informative episode of the Tuckcast with a splash of bourbon, presented by Tuckasegee Fly Shop and Guide Service, located at 3 Depot Street, Bryson City, North Carolina, and 530 West Main Street, Sylvan, North Carolina, and Waynesville. Be sure to visit www.tuckflyshop.com for streamflow information, book a guided trip, or even shop for your favorite Tuckasegee Fly Shop gear. Follow the crew on Facebook at Tuckasegee Fly Shop, Instagram at Tuck Fly Shop, and on YouTube at Tuckasegee Fly Shop. If you have a question or comment, feel free to send those to info@tuckflyshop.com or give us a call, 1-828-488-3333. For Coach Dale Diesel Collins, Bobby the Bearded Wonder Bennett, I'm Shannon, Big Mess Messer. We'll catch you next week. Be sure to catch a few fish out there, won't you? Y'all take care.